Dr. Navon, are there any similarities to what is happening in Spain to what's happening here in the Middle East? Not necessarily Israelis and Palestinians, but perhaps Iraq, Syria, or Lebanon, countries that are artificially made up, and then eventually, whenever there's a situation comes up, they disintegrate, sometimes violently. Hopefully in Spain not.
Right. So a lot of people have been asking for the past few days, you know, if you're going to support the independence of Kurdistan and their referendum, why not for Catalonia? Isn't it a double standard? So one of the answers is, of course, that, you know, the Catalonians are equal citizens of a free country, and Spain is a real country. That's not the case of the Kurds. The Kurds are not the equal citizen of the free country, and Iraq is not really a country, it's a virtual state. So there is a difference because the Catalonians are free. Now, they want to be independent, that's something else. But there is a limit to which you can compare between the case of Catalonia and Kurdistan, because the Kurds have been denied their independence for the past 100 years since the end of World War I.
Now, we thought when the European Union first started 50, 60 years ago, certainly as the 20th century came to an end, we thought the world was going to globalization, the dismantling of borders, everyone's the same. But if we're learning something from the past, say, 15 to 20 years, is that nationalism has gone nowhere. It's as strong as ever.
Yeah, that's clearly, I would say, some kind of optical illusion to think that the European Union would spell the end of national identity and nationalism. That is simply not true. As a matter of fact, even when Czechoslovakia joined the EU, what was then the European Economic Community in 1993, the split between the Czech Republic and Slovakia. In other words, it's perfectly compatible to join a common economic area and retain your national identity, as the case of Czechoslovakia is here to remind us. Now, another point is that in the European Union, precisely because you have this mega structure that enables you as a small country or region to face the world, indirectly it encourages small nations to ask for their independence. We saw this in the case of Scotland, and we see it also in the case of Catalonia, because being part of the European Union, they would be much more comfortable as a small country to deal with the wider world, and therefore the European Union does not erase national identities and sovereignties. Very often it's the very opposite.
Nationalism is here to stay. Now, we always say we should split sports and politics, but they always go together. How could